Hello everyone, in this series we are going to create a pong game using Godot engine. It is very friendly for beginners and easy to follow. All you need is some basic knowledge in programming. In part 1 we are going to setting up the main level scene and creating the player. But first of all we need to create a new project by opening Godot engine, create new project, the name of our game which is pong, create folder, and here you can click on browse to choose your main directory and then create and edit. For the main scene I'm going to click on other node, select node and create and rename it to main level. And for the screen resolution we need to go to project settings, and under display we have window, and here is where we can change the width and the height. And for the width I'm going to set it to 1280 and for the height 720. And now when we go down here we need to change the mode to 2D and the aspect to keep then close. And also we need to import the assets folder to our project. You can find a link in the description for it. All you need is to download it. I already have that folder, and then click and drag to your project under the resources folder. In that folder we have everything we need for our game. And now let's save the main scene by going to scene and click save scene, or simply press Ctrl S and save. And now let's create the player scene. We need to click on add a new scene, other node, and for the player I'm going to select a kinematic body 2D, rename it to player, and I'm going to add sprite and the collision shape to it as child nodes. We have collision shape polygon 2D and collision shape 2D. For this example I'm going to choose collision shape 2D. And now select sprite, and in the assets folder we have player.png. We need to click and drag to the texture under the inspector, and as you can see we have our image here. And for the collision shape we click on shape and select new capsule shape 2D. You can click and drag until you make it fits the sprite node and then save. And now when we go back to the main level we need to create an instance of the player. So select main level and click on instance child scene. Select player, and here we are. We have an instance of the player in our main level, but it's a little bit small, so we need to go back to the player, select player, and under transform we have scale. I'm going to set the X to 2 and the Y to 2 and save. And when we go back to the main level we have our player, it's twice bigger now. And here we have that button where move mode. You can click it or simply press W and click and drag to change the position of the player. Or you can go to transform and change position from here. For the X I'm going to set it to 50, and for the Y I want it to be in the middle, so 720 divided by 2. Godot will calculate this for you, and when you press enter it will give you the result. So it is in the middle here. And now let's run the game by pressing the button up here, or we can press F5. And here we need to select our main scene, which is main level. And here we are. But as you can see, our player is not moving yet, and that's why we need to go back to the player and attach a script for it. And here is where we are going to make our player move by writing some line of codes. The first thing we need is the physics process function. So func physics process. And also we need to declare a velocity which is vector2 and initialized by 0. So the main idea is we want the player to move up when we press the up button, and we want it to move down when we press the down button. So if input is action pressed, UI up, we want to add a positive or a negative value for the velocity.y. So velocity.y minus equal 1. And if input dot is action pressed, UI down, we want to add a positive value to the velocity.y. So velocity.y plus equal 1. And now move on slide. Velocity. So let's run the game. And now when we press the up button, the player is moving up, but it is very, very slow. And that's why we need to declare a speed variable here. So var speed, and give it a value of 400 and replace it here, or speed. And let's run the game again and see. Oh, I misclicked. So it is speed. And as you can see, the player is moving smoothly with a good speed. So this is it for part 1. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next part.